Yeah, I'll send you which video.
We're back with the first round of top 8. We have Taahir Teladia as the first seed against Gareth Canterbury as the bottom seed. And as you can see, the new playmats from Alice Accessories, that's to celebrate the launch of the new range. You can pick those up at Flag Shack stores or off the online store. And here we have Taahir starting off with a Eldrazi Temple into Expedition map, passing the turn to Gareth.
Can't actually see what's in Gareth's hand at the moment, but I think this is a pretty good matchup for you. Considering Taahir only has at least big creatures on Cove. Whereas I think the only real problem here will be Reality Smasher.
I think Reality Smasher plus anything like, I don't know,
Taahir coming with a
turn 2 Reality Smasher. I think that's a problem a lot of the time.
It's been a while since I've seen one of those. Making turn 2, making a 4 turn clock. I believe Taahir has another Reality Smasher in his hand.
There could be a path to exile, but I think the follow-up is another Smasher.
So parting here would just give Taahir the mana to play another one.
And then you'd fetch an additional Eldrazi Temple, I guess. Okay, Gareth takes
Okay, so he doesn't
5, going down to 14.
This turn.
Gareth on black-white tokens. As you said, it could be a match where he stalls the game out a bit. Unfortunately, doesn't look very promising in the face of double Reality Smasher on the play.
Taahir just having the absolute nuts here. It's gonna be a very big game one.
Gareth goes down to 4. How do you beat this? I don't think you can.
I think we just go into game 2 here. I mean, you could play what Spectral Precision, get
He gets 6 toughness, which deals him 4 damage.
maths. I think he must have something in his hand. Maybe he's passing turn.
I think he just wants to see what. Okay, so it's raise the alarm, and it's probably going to be plus path to exile.
What does Raise the Alarm do?
He gets 2 1/1s. Oh, sure, it's just showing Taahir that he actually had something to play.
Okay, sure.
But it wasn't good enough there. And Taahir starts a game up. You'll be on the draw here. We get to have a look at.
Does Gareth even have anything for this matchup?
Okay, so I believe they are going to show you.
Ooh, Pontus last second, I think it's pretty good, yeah.
And Wrath of God.
Yeah, I don't see much else though. Defense grid, what does that do?
Defense grid lets your opponent not cast spells in your turn.
I don't think that's relevant here. Sundering.
Possibly Stony Silence.
Sure.
Sundering Growth can take out Chalice of the Void, but if I'm on the other side of the table, I think you side out some number of Chalice.
Sure. I think just the board wipes and the Stony Silence maybe.
On Taahir's side, it's a similar story, except he has. His board wipes are way more effective. Natural Bomb.
Is that a catalyst?
Westfall Abbey, the problem with Westfall Abbey is Taahir still plays Ghost Quarter.
No, but I mean once it flips though.
It's an indestructible creature that dies because it's black. No,
So it is black.
It's a black creature.
Okay, sure.
It'll still die to All His Dust. So Taahir is definitely siding in All His Dust. Probably Khan liberated as well.
I mean, if Gareth goes into a quick Bitter Blossom, starts playing some intangible virtues.
So the issue here is Taahir has way more sideboard options because he has access to Warping Well.
I feel like Walking Ballista is just too good against his deck.
Basically, it's like shoot your tokens.
That's probably why this deck hasn't even seen a lot of play.
It's good at fighting a fair fight. Eldrazi Tron does not fight a fair fight.
Turn to 5/5 with haste and trample. So Taahir probably gonna take out the 2 Dismembers, bring in. How does this deck beat Ratchet Bomb?
The correct answer is it doesn't.
Okay, sure.
It can Stony Silence it.
Yeah.
So if Gareth knows to bring in Stony Silence, he could stop the Ratchet Bomb.
Because if I was Taahir, I'd just drop the 2 cons. Just drop all your big things, basically. Take out the Wormcoil engine, just bring in the extra.
I think Wormcoil Engine having lifelink is still fine. What
Sure.
you kind of want to drop is probably basically, well, you could actually have Chalice on 2, which is not bad, but I think
Surgical's pretty good, yeah?
Surgical's fine.
Take out Lingering Souls, maybe. Take out a Spectral's Position. Lot of good hits, I think.
Surgical's more if you want to fight the combo decks off. Yeah, I think just having access to the board wipes are good
his
enough.
big token makers are what? It's Lingering Souls and Spectral Possession. If you hit one of those, I don't feel like it's as threatening as getting 1 fairy per turn, as opposed to getting 4 tokens of Lingering Souls.
The thing is, he's so good at dealing with these small tokens. It's
Yeah.
better off that he kills something like...
I think he has to get Intangible Virtue.
Yeah, like you kill the Intangible Virtue, you kill the Gideon, you stop
Yeah.
those, and then... I mean, you have mainboard Inbringer, which deals 1 damage, Walking Ballista, which deals 1 damage. I think Matter Reshape is the worst card.
Auric Champion?
I don't think you can afford to side out Selfless Spirit in this match. It does fly. Auric Champion is a consideration, but it still gains you a bunch of life. I think Zealous Persecution here is not at its best, but it could still see a spot.
It's +1/+1 and -1.
Yeah.
-1. I mean, it could be a big swing.
The problem with that is you counting on keeping your creatures alive to get to that big swing.
Sure.
You need to disrupt your opponent's game plan somehow. Hidden Stockpile's probably not at its best here either. You don't have too many things at 2 when your opponent's probably siding in Ratchet Bomb.
I think it's far too slow. I mean, he plays what? How many features does he actually play? He plays 6.
I do think Auric Champion's also probably not
I mean,
at
one
its
with
best
one.
here.
I think he's bringing all the board wipes and the Stony Silence.
And then hope it's good enough.
Yeah.
I mean, Sorcerer's Spyglass could be a consideration. You could take out the Walking Ballista's ability. You could
Sure.
take out Endbringer, Gone. Those are all things you could do.
Hey, Sorcerer's Spyglass sounds pretty good.
That busy resolving mulligans, that game took so few minutes.
What was that about? 2 minutes?
Well, it was about 5 turns.
5 turns. Smasher seems to be a good card.
It was actually about 4 turns. It was actually exactly 4 turns. 3.5 while his opponent actually just conceded. So I didn't even see his 4th turn. Well, I suppose
That's
it
one of
did.
the better hands I've ever seen.
It was a strong hand. There's no denying that. I don't think
A lot
decks
of
can
decks.
actually beat that.
Yeah.
And you were asking earlier why he plays Summons, but it
I can fully see why now.
that ability to just randomly give you a boost.
The flashback on Lingering Souls, does that count towards 2 CMC or 3?
Lingering Souls will always have 3 CMC,
Okay,
even
sure.
if it's an alternate cost of paying the actual card CMC. And players look just about ready to start. Gareth will be on the play. Hopefully he doesn't get completely done over this game.
So what deck actually beats Eldrazi Tron? Like,
The Scapeship decks are pretty good against him. At the end of the day, like,
Death Shadow?
the thing is, Death Shadow can fight through Eldrazi Tron, but Eldrazi Tron having Chalice on 1 generally makes Death Shadow's life
And all his
very
dust.
miserable. And all his dust is also just a card.
What about a deck like A-Track?
I have never personally played the matchup.
I feel like that's really good against Tron.
The problem with that deck specifically is if they got Chalice on 1,
Oh, sure.
your deck starts not doing anything. I feel like the Eldrazi Tron deck attacks from so many different angles, it's hard to get a deck that consistently beats it. I think Affinity is good at racing the deck, so that's a consideration.
And it plays around with dust.
I think Dredge is a deck that can possibly beat it. Other decks that will be okay. Storm can sometimes beat it. It's a very close match. Like, I think Storm is favored some of the time. That all depends on how your opponent's throws go. Chalice on 2 against Storm is very hard to beat. Game 1 at least. their shadow can beat Eldrazi Tron, but I think overall Eldrazi Tron is favored for game 1. Game 2 and 3, if you see your sideboard gods, you're fine. If your opponent chalices you before then, it's pretty hard to do anything about it. And like we see here, Taahir, turn 1 Basilisk Scholar. And there we see Stony Silence.
Pretty good.
Taahir having a quick laugh. That Basilisk Scholar not getting equipped anytime soon. Could say it was ill equipped to deal with the situation.
The toy just doesn't have much in there at the moment. Even Chalice in 1, yeah.
I think Chalice on 2 is where you want to be against this deck.
I think a lot of toys plans went away here with this Stony Silence.
And now we're gonna see Spectral Precision. That shit bomb's not in quad that's gonna be working anymore.
Gareth too much to get stuff.
I think the Stony Silence package is relatively good against Eldrazi. I think that's the same land. It could be a power plant and a mine actually. So Taahir is 1 short of fetching Tron here.
What does Taahir have in his hand?
Chalice of the Void, Reality Smasher, Cavern, Reality Smasher, Walking Ballista.
And that is a temple on the field, right? So next turn he's going to start playing Reality Smasher?
I think it's a temple, yeah, it is a temple. He's going to start playing Smasher and then Smasher. The issue here is he can't play Ballista and activate to kill his opponent's tokens because Stony Silence stops it.
I mean, if Gareth plays Intangible Virtue, I think we could see like a very good base race there.
I think Taahir's going to go down to 17. It's going to cost Lingering Souls.
I think Taahir's going to play Reality Smasher. I don't think he has time for anything else really. I'll leave Tron. Of course. So it's 9 mana.
So now we can play Chalice on 2 and Reality Smasher. Which should even the race a bit more in Taahir's favor.
Chalice on 2.
And attack for 5. And here Gareth's gonna struggle to try and keep his creatures big enough to deal with those smashes.
Well, I mean, he does throw the Intangible Virtue. It's 10 damage.
It's not because the Chalice stops the Intangible Virtue from down.
Sword.
Sorin is a card that will get him there. He needs to get another land though. And the Sorin. Didn't see it in hand. So he attacks Taahir for 5, Taahir goes down to 12. Unfortunately for Taahir, the Basilisk Scholar has stopped him from getting enough mana to equip.
All the mana in the world.
So Basilisk Scholar, the Stony Silence on the Basilisk Scholar can't gain life, so can't really make the race unwinnable for his opponent, but still attacking for 10. And Gareth goes to 5. I think he's just supposed to play the Ballista here for 3, even though he can't activate it.
I think we get the Ashes get what? Either a board wipe or.
Oh, okay, so basically,
Yeah.
what I think Taahir is thinking about is whether or not,
Let's play into the board wipe.
yeah.
It's understandable.
Board wipe?
I think the Ballista is the only card he has left in his. Like actual fit in his hand.
Sorcerer's Spyglass reveals Ballista, and it's going to name Ballista, so even if he does get past the... Oh sure, the Chalice of the Void counters the Sorcerer's Spyglass. And Gareth shaking his head.
Does he have a path to exile?
He has a Slaughter Pact, which is a 0 mana removal spell.
How much do you need to pay for that in your arc?
3.
3, okay, sure.
But he's leaving his blockers back just in case.
I don't think you can afford to at this point. I mean, if you attack for 6, right? you leave one blocker behind.
You find yourself dead to a lot of things.
You're not trying to ballista, right?
No. So the issue here is
Because this isn't a line that's gonna make you win the game, man. Do you know what I mean?
okay.
Like you could have
So
won next turn.
what is done here is effectively clear Taahir's board, which is very strong. Taahir will, however, play a massive walking ballista.
At least that can be chumped though.
And
Stone Silence is actually doing a lot of work for Gareth.
Stony Silence is what's kept him in the game here.
So how much money is that?
12 mana, so 6/6 ballista.
I think that's Taahir's actual last turn in his hand though.
Yeah, his hand is literally another land. And Gareth remembering to pay for his pact. Remember, if you do forget, you will lose on the spot. Drawing before you pay is a game loss. Attack for 6, jump block.
I feel like Gareth uses a lot. He needs a land badly.
Well, he has a Lingering Souls in hand. He can keep stalling this forever and basically pinging Taahir for 1 until Taahir gets an answer to Stony Silence.
Oof, that's risky.
Going down 1 further, probably to 8. I think he has to leave multiple blockers back here because the risk of dismember is way too high. Well, actually no, the risk of dismember is about the same as a con or a reality smasher or a all is dust.
I think all his dust is probably the card he doesn't want to see.
Well, all of those cards leaves him there. And now we're going to see Lingering Souls.
So why did Eldrazi not play Ugin?
It's really hard to get 8 mana consistently very early.
Sure.
Bantu's Last Reckoning. His lands won't untap next turn.
I think he had to bite the bullet there.
Anything. What has he hit? Oh, Taahir has finally hit all his dust. But late. Gets another ballista. Don't think you always dust this turn. I think you do just run out the ballista.
Yeah.
Your
You also
opponent
have the risk of just getting part to exile.
is trying to determine whether or not he can play all his dust as well as walking ballista for
2, 4,
8 it seems.
8. Yeah, he should be able to.
Think he's miscalculating that because those are towers that tap for 3. All his dust is going to cost him 7 mana. Because it's an Eldrazi spell, he can use the temple.
So 2 Eldrazi temples and one of those.
And then he's left with. Okay, so that is the all his dust. And
My story taking
whoa, those are colorless, sir. And not sure if he realizes he has one floating, but here is going to be a ballista for a lot.
Okay, ballista 4.
I think it's just for 4, yeah.
I don't think anything will stop him.
And yeah, Gareth just scoops it up, ballista for 4, good enough. And Taahir through to the semifinals.
Taahir is also playing around mana tithe now.
Yeah, leaving one up every single time. Never get blown out the same way twice. And We will be back for the semi-finals shortly.